Hello everyone, it's your stitcher friend here from the Philippines. This is James the Page Stitcher for another FLOSSTUBE video update. And on this video, this is a FLOSSTUBE Extra number 10, and it's a special one because I am celebrating with you my third year FLOSSTUBEversary here in our FLOSSTUBE or cross stitch community. I started uh, filming or uploading a video last July 31, 2021, and for the 3 years I have been doing this, I was able to meet stitchy friends, not physically but online, through group chats, through IG, through commenting on their videos, especially those flosstubers that I was uh, regularly watching their videos and looked up to, and it has influenced me, especially on my stitching preference, where I started to like first full coverage uh, patterns turning into fancy lady patterns, and have tried some of the different designs from different brands of cross stitch or different designers of cross stitch, and it was happy, it was a fun, I really enjoy doing this one, and I can't even say that I will be stopping cross stitching or maybe filming a flush tube. As you can see on the right side, if you happen to watch on my if you happen to see my post on FlushTube, I have this new storage of my threads. This is just one of the 8 uh, storage that I have, and for 3 years I have been changing my storage, floss storage, but I hope this will be the last one. And I am not I this one is on each box, I mean, yes, on each of this box contains 60 drawers. So, and as you can see here, these are my projects that I want to share with you, and these are a mix of full coverage and forest embroidery whips. So let's go back to where I started to like this this designs. As you observed, if you have been observing, that I was into fancy ladies, but on my first and second year I was into full coverage, and then I got interested on stitching also um, forest embroidery uh, charts. So this will be sort of a whip parade of all my full coverage and my forest embroidery. So if you are new here, or if you're watching for the first time, this video or this channel is all about cross stitching. And if you happen to subscribe to my channel lately, thank you very much for subscribing, and welcome to my world of cross stitching. And also to everyone who are still watching my videos, liking, making comments of my videos for almost 3 years, or for these 3 years. Thank you for being with me with my journey on cross stitching. So I think let's start. So I'll be just organizing this whips of mine to start off with my forest embroidery charts, and then we'll go to the my full coverage. And let's go. So let us start now with my forest embroidery webs. There are just few of them, and this is the black vintage sampler, so I'll be showing to you what it looks like when it's finished. And so far, this is the progress of the black vintage sampler. So a little stitches have been added since you last saw them, and sorry for the crease and the folds. I didn't uh, got a time um, to iron each of my whips. So far, this is the progress of the black vintage sampler. So I'll just put it here, and let's proceed to the next whip. uh, in my early videos, I considered it as a UFO, but I decided to put it back on my whips, and this is the golden bees. And since I UFO'd it last time, so there is no progress of this one. This is stitched on a 16 count Aida fabric, and so far this is the progress. So hope I can add stitches on it this year. And now it's August, and there are 6 months left in a year, so I hope I can squeeze uh, a bit time to stitch the golden bees. It's a beautiful pattern from our first embroidery. Is a stitch along from Al Forest Embroidery. So they do stitch along every year, I think. And I think right now they are having this mushroom design stitch along. And last year they did a Treasure Island. I hope I'm correct. And the other year they also did this the flowering plants. I joined that cell, but unfortunately I quit and I UFO'd it. And then also I think this one is uh, when I started my flush tube. This one is their during that time was their um, stitch along, and this is the Alice in, I hope I'm correct, Alice in Wonderland Sal. And this is stitched on an 18 count Aida fabric, and so far this is the progress. I wanted to go here go here so that I can start at center, but late, later I decided to stitch from this part of the pattern or of the design. So not yet stitch uh, this year, but hoping to add hand stitches, maybe a bit less, or so. That's Alice in Wonderland Sal. Another Sal or Stitch Along. It's also a free chart, and this is the Emerald City. And so far, this is my progress of the Emerald City, and this is stitched on a 16 count Ada fabric. And as you can see, I am not using their their variegated threads. I just um, use the DMC color conversion. So that's my progress of the Emerald City. So I think those are my whips, a few of them. And there you go. Let me just so these are my all forest embroidery whips. There were some uh, projects that I UFO'd, but maybe I'll be adding more, or I'll be stitching more of uh, Alvarez embroidery. I've seen 4 patterns there that are stitched on a dark fabric, and these are like the uh, stone birds. I'll just insert pictures here. So those are my Alvarez embroidery whips, and let's go to my full coverage. I think there are around 12 full coverage whips that I have. So let's dig in. The first whip is a picture that I made a chart using pick to pat, and I haven't yet discovered heaven and earth design yet. And uh, this is the picture is called Black Phoenix, and this is so far the progress of Black Phoenix. And as I will be showing you my full coverage whips, I will also put on the stats that I made. So I think this is 50% already. I am now at this part. This is stitched on a 14 count Ada fabric, and I didn't got time to stitch her because I was very focused on my heaven and earth design whips. So it's a big one because it's a 14 count, and this is my first full coverage whip, but I already finished a full coverage, which is a heaven and earth design, and that was mini sunset in Venice. So as time goes by, I was planning to finish her, but it was overshadowed by the my head whips. So that is Black Phoenix. The next full coverage project is my second Heaven and Earth design, and this is from Amy Stewart, and this is Bird Garden. This is stitched on an 18 count Ada fabric, and so far this is the progress. If you are stitching Amy Stewart, most of her um, designs are a bit of a vibrant one, and this is the one that I really like, especially the background of this design. And all I can say is wow. It's also a big um, chart. So far this is the progress of Bird Garden Station 18 count. Next is from Amy Stewart again, and this is the Beachcomber's Bounty. And so far this is the progress of the Beachcomber's Bounty. At first I was stitching this one on an 18 count Ada fabric that was made in Indonesia, but I didn't like the um, the fabric, so I changed it into a 16 count Ada fabric, and this is so far the progress. And as you can see, the red one there is a ladybug, but it's not yet clear. So I started at the right part of the pattern, and this is the Beachcomber's Bounty. The next whip is from Michael Hayes, and this is Awakening. And this is so far the progress of Awakening. Sorry for the thread. Oops. This is stitched on a 16 count Ada fabric, and this was also a restart. I think I restarted this one in 2022 together with the Beachcomber's Bounty, and so far this is progress. So we now have 4. Let's go to the 5th one. This is from Tatiana Fedorova, and this is Bird Song, No Background. And so far this is the progress, and this is stitched on 16 count Ada fabric, and also restarted this one last 2022. So on this whip, I was really careful on stitching this one because I don't have any uh, lines or the guides on how to stitch it. So far this is the progress. Beautiful. Next is, this is from Donna Gelsinger, and this is Mini Deer Creek. So far this is the progress of Mini Deer Creek. So the style of stitching I used, or when I am stitching in hand, so no Q snap or anything, just I'll stitch in hand. So far this is the progress. This is also stitched on 16 count Ada fabric, and I am almost at the uh, end part of the row. So really love this one. This is Mini Deer Creek. Next is a pattern that I was inspired to stitch or to start stitching this one, and this is Waterhole Master. So far this is my progress. I was inspired because of a flush tuber, the rocking stitcher, because she was stitching this one, and I was in awe how fast she's stitching, and I really enjoyed watching the progress of her. So why not also start stitching? So this is the Waterhole Master. I forgot that I still have this one. This is from Yvonne Gilbert, and this is She Princess Asleep. And this is so far the progress. This is stitched on a 16 count Ada fabric. So really love the color of this one. It's an autumn inspired, autumn themed color, and that's my progress. Because I wanted to go back with liking to stitch full coverage, I started some. And this is the River Walk charm. And this is stitched on a 14 count Ada fabric, and so far this is the progress. So you will also be seeing the stitches that I made. And this was a new start. This is a new start this year. That is a mini version of Riverwalk charm. Then another one that I've started is a mini Victorian garden, and this is from the Dominic Davison. And so far this is the progress. So I haven't stitched this one the last time you see this chart. So this is a mini version. The next is, this is also on 14 count Ada fabric, and the next is from Dominic Davison, and this is the Mediterranean Harbor. And this is not a mini because I think it has mini, so it's quite a big one. It's also a 14 count. So far this is the progress. So the style that I am doing, or the manner that I am stitching this full coverage, is I do 5 by 5 block. The last one is a new start. Supposed to be this fabric was used for She's Asleep. She's Asleep. Um, Unfortunately, when I counted it and I tried to chart, put some borders, it did not fit. So I tried to look for another chart that would fit, and this is Mini Colbert Street from Dominic Davison. And so far this is the progress. This is stitched on a 14 count Ada fabric. As you can see, I was stitching this one, but I stopped since I already have 1,000 stitches already. So this is Mini Colbert Street. So those are my full coverage whips. I don't know if I'll be adding more, and I do hope that I'll be finishing one at least next year. I hope so. And for the month of August, I'll try to squeeze in at least 2 full coverage in a week. Probably on every Saturday and Sunday, so that I can have progress on my full coverage whips. So I was not able to put a picture on the progress of each of my whips on my year end. Maybe I'll just do this one on December or January for my year end whip parade 2024, so that you can see how big or how small the progress of my full coverage whip. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the Alvarez embroidery and my full coverage whip parade. Also, if you haven't watched my Mirabilia WIP Parade and Bella Filipina WIP Parade, I'll be putting down the links. So all in all, I think I have already 41 or 42 whips for this year, and I don't care, or I am not worried uh, on how many whips I have, as long as I am enjoying stitching this projects or cross stitch projects, and not also worry when to finish this. So if you uh, have some questions, or if you uh, yes, if you have questions, you can comment down below. I hope you will like this video, or maybe share with your stitcher friends, and mm, maybe able to subscribe to my channel. It's maybe in 2 weeks I'll be coming back, and I've already stitched 4 projects, and I'll be stitching more even if I'm very busy during this July and August. So thank you very much for watching, and happy stitching, everyone.